Hey YouTube, this is Sean with Griffin RC Planes. Today is Sunday, the 9th of January. I had 4 days off, 2 were snow days, and I had big high hopes of making some videos for you guys. My 3-part motor install video was actually one video that was an hour long, and I put a lot of work into it and I thought it came out really great. And then I found out my memory limits on the computer. And anyways, after several hours of trying to finalize the video, I'd stop it and try to figure out something else. And long story short, it came down that I had to break it up into 3 different parts. And now I know about how long, the max of a video could be, about 25 minutes, at least with my setup. So anyways, I read a comment the other day from a viewer that was asking about the landing gear that I ran on the first extra here, the replacement gear. I'm gonna go over that real quick and then give you an update on the rehab. Here's a few pictures of the before. Remember, it was broke nearly clean in half right in this area, and I reinforced it with some fiberglass little tubes in there, and it's all patched up and sanded. I painted it once, just the bottom coat, and I've sanded it off. It just didn't look right, and now it's re-sanded again and primered again. So I'll give you a few close-ups after you see the before pictures, and then we'll go over this gear. All right, hang tight. All right, guys, just a quick update here. I've got the repair done on the extra. About ready for another coat of primer. Just wanted to give you guys a good little view at it here. Remember, it was right down this area right here. It's not perfect, but 50 feet up in the air, it's going to look great, And the other one was right down there. So we'll put a little primer on it and see what it looks like. Hang tight. Alright guys, here's an update on the gear. I went ahead and put the gear on the plane real quick. I can't tell you exactly where you can buy these from, but I can tell you when I got them, they were new but very old, and they were in a bag from Kyosho. It was definitely a bag how they were sold when they were new, but it was definitely vintage. And I can tell you that this is some kind of a metal, but it's not magnetic. The width is roughly right at 12 inches, and then the height is 4 inches to the top right here, or the bottom when the plane is right side up, and then it's about 3.5 where the actual bolt goes through, and then the width down here is about 3.5. This is the mounting plate that went over the top of the factory gear, and you can see that it's the same width. And then, like I said, I just traced out the bolt holes. I laid it down, took a little marker, and then drilled some holes, and I had to get different bolts because the 4 bolts that came with these weren't long enough. And then remember, I just set recessed in. I put a couple little pieces of plastic underneath here just to fill up the gap where that set in there. And these have worked out really good. I weighed them. They're right about 114 grams or something like that. They're right at 4 ounces, I think, and they're nearly the same weight as the factory ones, and they worked out really good. So hopefully this will help you guys out. Once again, we'll run through it. 12 inches wide, they're 4 inches tall to here, and then where the axle bolt is about 3.5, and then these wheels are from an Aero Scout, I think. I've used apprentice wheels. I've used all kinds because this foam just doesn't last long. And you know, these things were that big when they were Aero Scout wheels, I think. And eventually that foam will just wear out, and then I'll get another set of wheels from somewhere. You know, you can pick them up all over. You know, if you bought them new, you could. You can, eBay, man, I buy a lot of stuff on eBay. You can get a whole box full of somebody's junk is my treasure, you know, for $10 on eBay. So the real quick, the rehab is working out really good. I'm ready for the final paint, the yellow and the white. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. It's not going to be exact to what it was before, but it's going to be close. And stay tuned. I'll tell you guys where I got this paint from that came in a spray paint can, and you guys can buy it yourself. It's not the exact yellow, but who cares, because it fades, you know. I've gotten matching paint before. I showed you guys that, and it matches for the first day, and then you take it out in the sun and it'll fade a little bit more, and it doesn't match. So I'm just getting a yellow, and that's the yellow I went with, and I found it in a spray can. Look at my pilot here also. I forgot to show you guys that. I said since I had the canopy off and I was redoing this thing, I just took a razor blade and chopped his head off. It's got a plastic or fiberglass rod in the middle of it for some reason. I got rid of it. I glued in a cheap 9-gram servo, and then I just glued his head to the servo arm, and I'm gonna get a Y adapter and plug him into the rudder. Isn't that cool? That's just a little something I did right there. But hey, I hope this landing gear helps you guys out a little bit, and hopefully we get a little bit of flying in between this time and next week. Alrighty? Alright, well, I hope that helps you guys out a little bit with the alternative landing gear. And once again, if you guys have any ideas for videos or any questions, leave them in the comments below. The volume with my camera that I use on my head, microphone should be here this Friday, and that'll take care of that volume issue. Okay guys, until next time, you'll see me here. Happy flying.